In order to write notes, tap plus button on the bottom center. Tap Save and the note will be saved with the current time. The window remains open so you can keep adding new notes if you want. When you are done writing, tap Cancel to go back to your timeline. You can swipe the calendar to the right or to the left to go back a month or move forward. In order to write the note for a past date, first navigate to the day by tapping the calendar. Then tap plus button to start writing the note. Tap Save and tap the date where you want to save the note. To organize notes by colors, first you might have to add new calendars to your iCloud or Google Calendar account. Tap gear icon on the bottom right to go to Settings. Tap Calendar Tools and add Calendar on the bottom left. Name the calendar, choose a color and tap Done. Tap Views and tap the view that's currently selected. Check the calendar you just created so it will be visible in the timeline. Tap Done, then tap OK to complete the configuration. Go back to the previous window and tap Done to close settings. When you create a new note, you can choose the calendar that you want to save the note under. If you want to use MemoMa also as a regular calendar, it may be useful to specify a separate calendar for saving events. Tap Gear button to go to Settings and tap Save Events In. Choose a calendar and tap Done. Tap Done again to close settings. By default, notes are saved under the calendar you specified at the installation. When you write something and tap Option button, it becomes an event, and it will be saved under the calendar you specify in the settings. Tap a note or an event to open the editor, then tap Options. Turn on the alarm and choose the timing. You can set up to 2 alarms. If you want to make Monday as the beginning of the week, go to Settings. Turn on Week Starts Monday and tap Done. By default, Save button is on the upper right corner when you compose a note. If you want it closer to your thumb, go to Settings. Turn on One-Handed Layout and tap Done. When composing, tap the button in the middle of the window to open quick items. You can paste pre-registered text by choosing items. By long pressing the last item to paste, you can close the window. One way to register a quick item is to start a new note by tapping plus button. Tap Quick Item button in the middle of the window. Tap Add and write the text you want to register. Tap Save when you are done. If you already have a note that you want to turn into a quick item, long press it, tap Add Quick Item, and it will be registered. To show a new quick item on top of the list, go to Settings and turn on New Item on top. To organize quick items, go to Settings and tap Edit under Quick Items section. You can update an item by tapping it. Tap Edit on the upper right corner to sort items manually or to delete them. If you want to use the same quick items across multiple iOS devices, go to Settings and enable iCloud Sync. If quick items are out of sync for some reasons, you can manually sync them with iCloud by dragging down the list. If you want to reset quick items on iCloud, go to Settings and tap Reset iCloud. To reverse the order of your timeline, tap triangle button on the bottom left. A note or an event can be saved with a location by going to Options and then Location. A recognized address will be shown as a hyperlink with which you can open a map for navigation. To display a map below your notes or events, go to Settings. Turn on Map. Go to Settings to change the behavior when hyperlinks are tapped. You can choose a map app for directions. You can also choose the behavior for tapping phone numbers. To include photos in your timeline, go to Settings, tap Views, and tap photo icon on the view you want to enable the photos. To select all photos, tap the button on the lower left corner. Tap Done and close Settings. Pull down the timeline to refresh it. You can minimize the calendar by swiping it up. To show it again, swipe down from the date header. You can also minimize it by tapping the top left corner, and show it by tapping the curved arrow button on the bottom. You can delete the note by long pressing it. The deletion cannot be undone, so be careful not to delete notes by accident. Go to Settings, Views, and add a new view. Choose which calendars to show in the view and tap Done. Name the view or just tap OK to complete the configuration. By tapping the curved arrow button on the bottom, you can switch between multiple views. You can expand the range from day to week by tapping upper left corner. By tapping multiple times, you can expand the view to month view and year view. When the calendar is shown, you can tap week number to go week view, and the month header to go month view. To go to a specific date, tap the curved arrow button on the bottom and tap Go to Date. When you are in a week, month, or year view, you can long press a note and move to the day when the note is saved. You can come back to today by tapping down arrow button on the bottom. You can show the day of the month in App icon. Go to Settings and turn on App Badge icon. When prompted, allow notifications. If you save a note when you start an activity, you can set when it ends too. Long press the note and tap End Now. For those notes and events that have start and end times, you can show durations. Go to Settings, Show Duration, and choose Years or Days. You can save a website address to MemoMa while you are browsing it. Tap Share button and choose MemoMa. To change the destination calendar, tap Save Notes In. Tap Post to save it. By long pressing a photo, you can add a comment. The comment is saved side by side with the photo. Tap the photo and you can see both the photo and the comment. Tap a photo to go into an album mode. Only photos from the current view range are shown. Tap once to show the menu. You can add or update comments in this mode. To exit, tap twice or swipe down. You can delete multiple items in edit mode. You will be prompted twice when you delete both photos and notes. To duplicate notes, go to Edit mode. Select Notes and tap Duplicate button on the bottom. In edit mode, you can move notes from a date to another. Select notes and tap the truck icon on the bottom. Choose a destination and tap Move Notes here. By going to week view first, you can move notes, specifying the destination by week number. Select notes and tap the truck button on the bottom. Choose destination and tap Move Notes here. In edit mode, you can assign multiple notes to a calendar. Select notes and tap Folder button on the bottom. Choose a calendar and tap the curved arrow button. Choose the view range that you want to perform a search. Find the search bar on top and tap it to go to search mode. Long press a result and tap Go to Date if you want to see other notes from the same date. Choose the view range that you want to perform a search. Find the search bar on top and tap it to go to search mode. Tap All Keywords to find notes that contain all keywords. Tap any keyword to find notes that has at least one keyword. You can calculate total duration for search results. First, go to Show Duration in Settings to enable duration. Type keywords and tap Search button on the bottom right. Tap Clipboard button on the bottom right and the total duration will be shown in a pop-up. Choose the view range that you want to perform a search. Find the search bar on top and tap it to go to search mode. Tap List button in the search bar to open quick items. Choose an item or items to search for. Start the search by tapping a search bar. Tap Search button on the bottom to hide the keyboard. Tap Magnifier button to start expanding the search range. MemoMa checks every single note for match in the past and in the future. Tap Pause button on the bottom to freeze the search results. Go to Settings and turn on Remember Keywords. Now, when you go into the search mode, the previous keywords will be entered automatically. This can be convenient when you repeat the same search in different view ranges such as day, week, month, and year views. You can of course expand the search range with the magnifier button and wait for your results. But in some cases, especially when you already have ideas where you could find what you're looking for, manually expanding the search area with the Remember Keyword option works better. You can hide the timeline to increase your privacy. Go to Settings and turn on Hide Screen. Authenticate with TouchID or FaceID. Tap Authenticate and choose how soon after the app goes to the background it should authenticate. Go to Home Screen and relaunch MemoMa. Your timeline should be hidden and you'll be asked to authenticate. You can hide the timeline using a passcode. Cancel biometric authentication and you'll be asked to enter your passcode twice. Make sure to remember the passcode. There is an option to hide the timeline only when you choose to do so. Tap Authenticate and choose When manually hidden. To manually hide the timeline, long press the month header. To unhide the timeline, you have to go to Home screen and come back to MemoMa. Timezone Override is for people who frequently travel between different time zones. Go to Settings and turn on Timezone Override. Tap Time Zone and choose your home time zone. All the notes and events are saved with one fixed time zone from this moment on. In other words, your notes will no longer shift in time when you travel to a different time zone. Turn on alarms with System Time Zone. Tap Done to close settings. When you create a note or an event, you don't have to worry about setting a time zone. Alarms use system time zone, so turn them on after you are already in the destination's time zone. To count the number of characters in the editor, tap New Note. By default, you see a calendar grid in the Notes option window. If you prefer to use iOS's classic wheel time picker, you can change it. Open Settings and turn on Wheel Time Picker. Launch MemoMa on Apple Watch and tap Today. You can navigate to past and future dates by swiping right and left. You can add notes from Apple Watch by tapping plus button on MemoMa. Use Siri, Scribble, or choose Quick Items to write your note. To enter multiple quick items, repeat tapping them. Tap Save and you'll hear a chime. Tap Go to Date to specify the date you are interested. Apple Watch will show you all the notes from the date. You can choose a view by tapping Switch Views. Choose one of the views you've configured on your iPhone. Tap a note that has locations. Choose a location and the map will appear. Tap again to start directions. Tap a note with a phone number. Tap Call or Text button. When you finish an activity, you can tap the note and choose End Now. You'll hear a ding if the note saves with an end time successfully.